Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
That is me. I'll give you the number if you're still waffling around going, should I call? Yes, you should. Right now, 1-800-252-1025. We love getting your emails. Here's the address, lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let us talk to Jeff in Shoreline. Good morning, Jeff.
Hey, Danny. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well. What can I do for you?
Well, but before I get into my story, first of all, my question, I heard this morning about you and the Harley, and I mean, my story, so that's really when you have people whose livelihood depends and stuff on you. I mean that's kind of a difficult chance to take. So just be careful, my friend.
Well, thank you very much. I'll keep those words in mind.
Yeah, no, I mean, my question was, the whole life-threatening accident and disability and losing the leg and all that kind of stuff, and then approaching dating in that situation. You mention it right away? Do you wait till they get to know you and then those kind of things? I mean, it's just kind of
let me ask you a question about your prosthetic leg. Do you have a prosthetic leg?
I have the Ferrari of prosthetic legs.
Awesome, because that's a cool thing. Because when you say to me, do I mention it up front, in most cases, you don't really get a choice. Now, I'm going to go with the Ferraris of prosthetic legs. I'll bet you could get away with 3 dates till somebody was positive you were missing a leg. Having said that, don't do that. I don't think that you're just the people you're saying. Your question is, how do I start dating after my accident where I've lost the leg? I don't think anybody's going to be shocked and appalled. The only time somebody would be shocked is if you show them the leg when they're not ready for it. I think before you start dating absolutely anybody, you need to let them know that you're missing a leg, that you've got a disability, that if they want to enter a 3-legged race, you're probably not the guy. But aside from that, I think, if you've got that good leg, because I know people, Heather McCartney was on Dancing with the Stars with one leg, and she did really well. It's not the thing it used to be, my friend. So I can see you're gun shy about it. I see you have reservations about talking about it. I think you will be shocked at how open that somebody's going to say, and want to know your story. Oh, you crashed, poor baby. And that's going to be it. I think maybe one girl in 20 would freaked out by it. But everybody's like pretty open to that these days. I don't think you have big problem. Your biggest problem is going to be meeting the girl in the first place, and that's everybody's biggest problem. But telling them you're missing the leg, I don't think is going to be the big deal you think it is.
Plus, you love online dating, and online dating, it's going to be right there.
Well, if you're going to go that way, online dating, that's one of the best ways to meet people right there. But also, there are groups for people that they're the partners of people missing a limb and the people with missing a limb. There's a million places you can go to date. But as Sarah just said, you need to go, for sure. I always say this to everybody, whether you have all your limbs or not. And I'm not really pushing Match.com. It's the one I remember. But you need to go on a real dating service. That's what I would do in a second if I were single. And I think you'll be shocked at the response.
800,
in a good way.
800-252-1025. That is the number to dial this instant if you've got a problem, because Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach, can help you. Mark in Silverdale, you're the next caller.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Hey, Danny. Longtime friend of yours, even though you don't know it.
Well, cool. It's been fun being pals. So what can I do for you, man?
I've been married for over 10 years, have a couple daughters with my wife. She moved out a couple of years ago now. 2 years ago she moved out because of just arguing and lying and a lot of things like that. No cheating. I want to be very specific, as though I believe anyway. But it's been 2 full years now, and she still tells me she loves me. She only wants to be with me. I'm the only one for her. She wants to move in. She wants everything to be back to normal. But I can't stop getting her to do this stuff. She still lies, makes up stuff. She hasn't been working for several years now.
My friend, who I love and adore, Mark, what makes you think a girl that doesn't live in your home and lies is telling you the truth about being faithful to you? I'm nervous about this lady. I think her plan is to break your heart. And to be honest with you, and I don't mean to bring you back down, but I got to be honest with you. How old is your wife?
39.
She's 39 years old, and She lives down the street, and she has not had any kind of sex in 2 years?
Well, we still get together. We still have an open relationship there. We kind of help each other out weekly, and we love each other on that level.
All right, so what is your exact question for me then?
How do
some guys would say, Mark, you have it perfect. Your wife, wait, so your wife who when she's there argues with you, lives in some other house but will have sex with you every week. Some guys would say you have the perfect situation. So what is your question?
Well, I'm one of the other guys who actually want my wife to be with me and live with me, and I want a growing relationship with this lady and have a honest person that I can trust and have that rest of that fulfilling relationship with her.
Well, I cannot make her who she's not. I think she's nothing but trouble. And what does she say when you say you want her to move back in?
Oh, she tells me every day she wants to move back in.
And why doesn't she do it?
And it starts an argument because she would have recently, just within days, been lying to me about something or arguing.
There's a reason that moving back in, that she never actually does it, that it goes into. I'm telling you this, my friend, this is what's happening. She makes that fight on purpose. She never plans to move back in. It's my belief, and I don't want to hurt your feelings. I say there's another guy. There's absolutely another man, and but she's lying. That's good enough for me. So here's my answer. Even if you wanted to move back in, because she says I want to move back in, and then starts a fight with you, serve her. Serve her with divorce papers. Absolutely serve this one with divorce papers. And if she'll come crying, why are you serving me? I love you. I want to move back in. Then move back in. Get all your stuff, and I will cancel the divorce. You don't have to sign anywhere. And then you'll see something's going to happen, Mark. I'm sorry about this. She's going to say, okay. And then she's going to start a fight with you, and she's going to not move back in. My fears. That's because another man. If you think I'm wrong, fine. But serve that woman with divorce papers and see which way she jumps. Thanks, Mark. Good luck, buddy.
Good luck. You still have time to call if you've got a problem and need the help of Danny Bonaduce, life coach, 800-252-1025. He can help any kind of problem you have. Will get better if you talk it through with Danny.
Thank you.
Virginia in Tacoma has sent an email, which the email address is lifecoach@KZOK.com. Virginia writes, I have to admit, I don't like myself very much. I don't like the way I look. I've disappointed myself with the choices I've made. But how do I change myself into someone I like, if not love?
I will tell you this, Virginia. There's a couple of things you can do. I would suggest that you ask people you like and admire. Not too many of them. Keep it under, say, 5. Ask them to recommend their favorite life-affirming, life-changing books. And then sit down and read them. And I'll tell you, one of your girlfriends, what is it going to be? The Four Noble Truths? What is that book everybody was carrying around about 10 years ago? Well, it doesn't really matter. Get them to recommend the books that change their lives and sit down and read them. And just the effort it takes to read a good book that has, the power to have altered some of your friends' lives in the positive. They've got what they want, whether it's a husband or no husbands, whether it's a job or making sure they're going to go backpack around Europe, but they've changed their lives over these books. I found that worked for me. I even wrote to some people I didn't personally know, said, what book changed your life? They told me, I read them, and I was a better man for it, and I think it will work for you.
The Four Agreements.
Thank you very much, Mike.
You're welcome.
The Four Agreements. Everybody and their brother was reading that book about 15 years ago.
Was it a self-help book?
You got to do the effort to make it self-help. It's just kind of a book. There's no hey, and you got to do these exercises and stuff. It's just every girl I know was reading that, and everybody was changing their life. I was pretty impressed.
For the better?
Yeah, for the better.
And a therapist can always help too, right? Find out why you don't like yourself.
Yeah, you can go to the therapist. I'm going to keep you out of the therapist chair for as long as I can, because once you're in, and I want you to go. There's never any reason. I take that back. There's never any reason to not go to a therapist. But I'd work on yourself first. It's a little bit cheaper, and if my plan doesn't work, or even if it does, you can cap that off with a therapist, because that's always a good choice.
800-252-1025. That is the number to call if you've got a problem and need the help of Danny Bonaduce. As you've heard, it could be health, it could be addiction, it could be relationships, it could be your job. Anything you're going through, Danny Bonaduce can help you. And you can be anonymous. Remember, change your name if you so choose. Well, we've got time for Sharon in Richmond Beach.
Hi, Sharon in Richmond Beach. How are you? Sharon?
Yes?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. What can I do for you?
Well,
In kind of related to that other question, I'm a woman who's gone through breast cancer. Actually, I've had cancer twice, but I'm now in the clear. But I did have a mastectomy, so I'm in a position where now I'm ready to date, and I have a prosthesis for a breast. So when do you broach that subject? I have been with one man, but someone that I've known for years, and so I was comfortable with him. But now I'm wanting to meet other people, and at what point do you bring the subject up?
That's a great question, Sharon, because what happens is if you bring it up early, what if the guy didn't want to sleep with you? What if you're not getting there? If you go, I think at this point in our very first date, I need to tell you that I have a prosthetic breast. And he goes, what? I just wanted to go to coffee. But if you wait too late, you got this guy, things are going well, and you tell him, and he does react negatively. You've wasted a lot of time. So here's what I'm going to say. I would say really early on, don't wait until the point where he's going to know by himself that people are unbuttoning each other's clothes, and you got to say, oh, by the way, you're about to run into this before that, and make sure how the reaction goes. But I would say this again, it will be weirder for you, Sharon, from my experience with this, and I have a little bit. It's going to be weirder for you and with you than it is for whatever guy comes along, because you're going to be shy, you're going to be bashful, you're maybe not want to keep your shirt on. He's going to go, hey, don't do that, because you know what? It's also a point of intimacy. I think you need to broach it relatively early on, but again, I don't think anybody's going to react negatively. The man you've been with, how'd he react to it?
Oh, not negatively at all. I mean, he says you're still you, and so you care about the person, and that's just a part of the person, and so.
You know what? Take that with you to your relationship, with any kind of relationship you have with the next guy, and the same thing. Everybody's going to love you for you, and the day of being shocked by this kind of stuff is well away.
Jeff in Puyallup, you're on with Danny Bonaduce, life coach.
Hey, Jeff.
Oh, hi, Mayor. How are you doing?
Oh, that's right. Jeff, what's up, buddy?
Not much. I'm a chronic alcoholic, and I was just wondering, is there any way I can get help that would stick?
Yeah, I believe that there is. First of all, I'm a huge fan of Alcoholics Anonymous. Just a really big fan. I used to say, because I had trouble, I fell off the wagon, Jeff. I fell off the wagon every 6 months or less by far for 25 years. I just couldn't make it stick. And I couldn't make it stick. When I finally started going to AA, I had a saying that I would say, no matter how bad I want to have a drink, if I get to an AA meeting first, that'll give me the power to get home. I'll hear a bunch of guys talking about how they ruined their lives. Their kids haven't talked to them, won't talk to them. They've been in jail. Their boss fired them. Their wife left them. And then I tell my story, which is very, very similar. I'm going to not think twice about a drink. I'm going to get home. I'm going to put the keys away. I'm going to go to my room, and I'm not going to get drunk. So it start with AA. And then I went, and are you on any other kind of drugs?
Well, just Lexapro? Antidepressants and blood pressure medicine.
Oh, yeah, he's on everything I'm on. Be very careful that you don't cut yourself. You'll bleed to death with some of those medicines. So here's the thing. I want you to go to AA, and then, do you have any friends that are in recovery?
Not really.
Do you have a doctor?
I've been to rehab like 5 times. I've been to Schick-Shadel. I've been to all of them. I've been inpatient, outpatient.
You know what? You need to start taking.
Old.
It's obviously not going to work for you. If people are going to tell you what to do, it's not going to work for Jeff. That's not going to happen. People are going to work for you. I want you to go to AA. I want you to talk to your doctor. And then here's the thing. I took a stuff called Antabuse. I always recommend it, but I want your doctor to tell you what it does, because you have a negative reaction to it. But you physically cannot drink if you take this thing. And you just can't stop taking it either, by the way. It'll really affect you for at least up to a week. So AA, talk to your doctor, see if you're a good subject for Antabuse, and then you physically cannot drink. And that's my best recommendation that I can do. Good luck, everybody. Those are some really interesting phone calls, and I hope everybody feels a little bit better about stuff. Life Coach, brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.